players, and it's finished. Arsenal 0, Brighton 3. Well, if the title wasn't gone before, it definitely gone now, isn't it? And I'll be honest with you, I'm sitting here and I'm trying really hard to be calm about how I assess that game. But I'm finding it very, very difficult because that performance today was not a performance of a team that were challenging for the title. That was not a performance from a team that have done the things that they've done this season. There's a lot of those players that should, you know, hang their heads in shame. It was an absolutely abysmal performance. Toothless, spineless, worthless. And I'll tell you something, if there's one thing we've learned over these last month or so, I'd say, it's which players have not got the bottle, which players do not have the fight to play for this football club and do things at the latter stages when it becomes important. If you remember last season, we got to the, you know, end of the season, right to the run-in of going for the top 4, and we bottled it. We threw it all away, and you looked at that and you think, you give players another opportunity. Some you get rid of, but some you give another opportunity to. And then you'll see whether they, you know, can respond the following season. And to be fair, a lot of them have. But then once it gets to this point again, and the pressure really mounts, what goes and happens? So many of these players absolutely bottle it. We've dropped 12 points in our last 7 games. That is exactly where we've thrown it away. Man City are an unbelievable team. They've been on an unbelievable run. You know, 11 wins out of 11. But we had it in our hands. It was us that can control it. Yeah. Couldn't control anything, could we? That performance today was just absolutely abysmal. Ben White, shocking. Absolutely shocking. Aaron Ramsdale, again, I'm going to talk about the third goal that Brighton scored. I know the game's over at this point and it was virtually the last kick of the game. What kind of saves that? How are you pushing it back in front of you and to the guy for a tap-in? Let's talk about the fans today as well. All right, don't talk to me about fans in the stadium and everything else, all right? I've been to more games than some of these people have had hot dinners. Can't talk to me about staying in stadiums when you've been on the end of bad results and everything else. I've been in stadiums when we've been absolutely slapped 5, 6, 8, whatever you might be, and I've still stood there till the end. What's the point? What are you going home for on a Sunday afternoon? Songs of praise? You fools. What's the point in getting a ticket and then you're going to leave? The same thing happened before half time. You've got to remember it was 0-0 then. And you've got people sitting there 10 minutes before half time worrying about their little slice of pizza. Oh, let me go off and get my beer and a little slice of pizza. It's more important. I watch the game on the telly. I'll tell you what you need to do, Arsenal. I'll tell you what you need to do. You see all the televisions in the concourse at the Emirates? Turn them off. Because you'll stop people going down, watching it on the telly and actually stay in their seat. So turn them off. Turn the televisions off. What a genius idea. Turn the televisions off. All right, we'll talk about the officials today. Officials are dreadful. All right. The overall control of the game was poor. And to sum up the state of refereeing, officiating, whatever you want to call them, within the top flight of English football, is that we had a throw in the first half and the linesman put his flag up for offside. Now, for all of you that don't actually know the rules of offsides, you cannot be offside from a throw-in. He put his flag up and then went, oh, mistake, can't do that. Really? This is meant to be the elite level. I genuinely believe that I could officiate in the Premier League better than half of these clowns. But I'm not going to sit here and talk about the performances of the referees as that was something to do with today. Yes, they were poor. Yes, they should have been booking players earlier, and Martinelli should have had a booking before the tackle that put him out of the game in the first 10 minutes and whatnot. I just think the overall officiating was poor, and it has been all season. But let's talk about our performance. Let's fix on that. Let's focus on just our performance. It is crap. We got what we deserved. And over the last month or so, you can look at a lot of those players and you can say, you're no good, in the bin, need to replace them for next season. And there's so many of those players that kind of on the edge, and you think, give them another opportunity, see what happens when it comes to the real big point of the season. And when you really need to step up, what do? Fall apart. Do you know what I mean? It's so annoying that this is how the end of our season has, unfolded. It's been a fantastic season. They've given us so many good moments, but again, we just get to that business end. This is the frustrating part. We get to that business end and we fall apart. Thomas Partey, I know he didn't start the game today, but over the last month or so, a big player that we spent a lot of money on, and you would have thought a player that's played under Diego Simeone, played in big games, pressure moments, he would be able to deal with those situations. He's gone off the boil. He's been awful. Bukayo Saka over the last month, he's been dreadful. I don't know what it is as well about him never being substituted. It always seems to be able to stay on the pitch. I don't know what it is with Mikel and whether he, I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't. And these are things as well. Mikel's got to learn as well, because there's been moments through the season where Mikel's got it wrong. Certain substitutions not done quick enough. The wrong ones or the wrong starting player or something. Hindsight's a wonderful thing. Rob Holding should never have been starting them games, a few weeks back when we went to Anfield and to West Ham and Southampton and everything else. He should never have been involved in them. Rob Holding was one of the reasons why we bottled the top 4 last season. We all saw his performances. What do you think? He's going to change overnight? He's going to become Maldini or something? Behave yourself, man. Of course he isn't. So overall, we've got what we deserved. Yes, we finished second in the league. Yes, everyone's laughing. Ha, ha, ha. Banter, banter. Bottled. And all the rest of it. Shut up. Because we're the only team that's actually took Man City this far. You lot are all fighting for Europa Conference League places. And you just want to banter us. But we take it. It is what it is at the end of the day. We got what we deserved. It's been a poor day. And you look at the scoreline. 3-0. It's embarrassing, man. 3-0. And you're at the end of the season when you were meant to be in a title race and you're losing at home 3-0. Are you mad? Seriously, man. Needs to be a major overhaul in the summer in terms of certain players. Like I said, we're talking about the whole centre-back situation and everything. I think we need to go and address the right-back situation. Go and bring in a top right-back, one that's not going to get skinned by wingers and everything else. Look to push Ben White inside and challenge, and be one of those inside the 4 of the centre-backs. I think you can have Gabriel, you can have Kiwior, you can have William Saliba, and you can have Ben White. And then you can go and get yourself a first-choice right-back. You're going to have Tomiyasu as the backup. Do we look at the left-back situation? Because this is one thing I will say is that, again, today, the control and the passing side of things that Zinchenko brings, missed it badly. Kieran Tierney's a great deputy, no problem at all. Perfect to bring on in games like Newcastle. You want to see it out and everything else. First 60 when you want to dominate the game and take control, Zinchenko. But obviously you worry about Zinchenko and injuries. We need to sort out the midfield area, more so because of the fact that that's an area where the players' ages have got on. We need more pace and power in there. You're looking at Declan Rice. We had the perfect opportunity to look at Caicedo today, although he predominantly played as a right back. I'd love him. Honest to God, I would love him at Arsenal. And I think we need to go and address the wide area as well. We need another wide area. I think that, if you add another one to that, and you're going to have the likes of Saka, a new player, and Trossard, and Martinelli, Jesus, etc. You've got a lot there, but you need someone else as well. And I can't say much more, to be honest with you. It's done. It's done. Congratulations, Man City. 2 games left. Season done. Feel very flat at the moment, but listen, it is what it is. We pick up, we live, we learn, and we'll have to go again next season and see what happens in the summer in terms of, you know, signing players. So yeah, listen. Let me know in the comment section what you thought of that today. If you're new around here, hit the subscribe button, smash a like on this video, and I will see you lot soon. I'm out of here.